What's up, everybody? This is your host of the new Projectedness podcast, Mr. Perryman, also known as Coach P. Welcome in, and we're here today to open up the doors of South Cobb and our coaching staffs so that the community can get to know and see a little bit behind the scenes and understand who we are as people and what we're going to do to change the narrative here at South Cobb. Our first interview is going to be with our coach, the great Coach Washington of our South Cobb football team. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you for having me, man.
Hey man, not a problem, man. Hey man, while we here, let's go on and address the elephant in the room, man. What did you do to end the losing streak?
Man, I tell you what, man, it wasn't so much of me, man, but my coaching staff done an amazing job, and the players, they've been working hard. And I tell them all the time that, wins and losses happen in all season. So we just been just nose to the grind, just grinding, right? And the hard work paid off, So, got 2 wins on our belt right now. Just got to keep the streak going, so to speak, and I'll try to get a couple more on our belt for the remainder of the season. And only way that's going to happen is we just make sure we stay focused on the process, and you focus on the process, and everything else take care of itself.
Okay, coach. Now, before the streak was broke, man, how heavy was that on you, man?
Honestly, like when they told me, like I didn't know what the number was, right? And so my whole thing was trying not to really focus on the past and just focus on what we're going into, what we're entering into, right? And I think it was 32 was the number when they finally told me. I'm like, oh man, I didn't know it was sitting like that, but it was good though because obviously we didn't win any games last year. That was my first time ever experiencing a winless season, and it was a very humbling experience, right? And so just take from that. Just hey, listen, it's time to get back to work. You know what I mean? Just get back in the weight room. Make sure you work hard. Make sure we're not missing any days, taking no days off. And because you gotta grind to catch up and to ultimately surpass your opponents. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? And we're playing a tough division, and you can't afford to take a week off.
Yeah, hey man, you're exactly right. What was that celebration like?
Oh man, it was pretty epic. Got my first ice bath as a head coach, right? So it was the best cold bath I've ever had, a cold shower I've ever had, so to speak. But it was fun, man. It was fun. The guys really rallied, together. You can just tell the camaraderie and the brotherhood that those guys had in that first W, and you can see it at practice. You can see it in the weight room. Those guys are really starting to gel. They love one another, right? And when you love one another, you're gonna play hard for one another. You're gonna take care of each other, and then make sure that everybody puts each other in position to be successful.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
it was exciting.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. I can imagine being in that locker room. Wish I had been there. Now that we got the 2 wins, we got Osborne coming up next. We just played Paulding. It was a pretty tight game from what I saw. What exactly went right and went wrong in that win? And with Osborne, what did you see that could make you successful against them?
Gotcha. So the Paulding game, obviously, man, we came up short on the scoreboard. weren't able to, punch enough scores in, and weren't able to get those crucial stops when we needed. Right. There were a lot of times we had them in third down, third and long, couple fourth down conversions, couple calls didn't go your way. Right. Couple miscues on the secondary, things of that nature that kind of just put you in a bad spot, put you behind the eight ball. And we came out to it, we were 9 points short, right? But like I told the guys, man, that we really, really flipped the scoreboard from where we was at last year. Still not into the whole moral victories thing, but we played hard. We fought to the end. We just came up short that go round. And I told them, I said, y'all got one day, y'all think about it tonight. That's it. Put it to bed, erase it, and we got to get ready for Osborne. Osborne's a team who, their offense is predicated on having an efficient running game. So we got to make sure that we come out and stop the run, put them in third down and long situations, make them have to put the ball in the air, and then see if we can get after that quarterback a little bit and just cause a little chaos. You know what I mean? And what I call chaos plays, that's when we're forcing fumbles, we're intercepting the football, causing turnovers. You know what I mean? So the more we can cause chaos plays, get the ball back in the hands of our offense, so they can go do what they do, I think the better off we'll be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, we got to come home with that win in the Battle of the Birds, man.
For sure,
That's
for
one of our
sure.
biggest rivals. Now, I will say, as a coach myself and being around being around the program, I pop up at practice every so often. I do see a lot of progress on the field. I see progress in the classroom and just with the overall culture, man, and you're doing a great job with that. So with that being said, man, we see the outwardly things. Tell us something we might not know about the great Coach Washington.
Well, man, all right, let's see. I am an avid gamer. A lot of people don't know that about me, right? So, but like during my free time, if I'm not watching film, watching football, or spending time with my family, I spend a lot of time playing video games. The new NCAA came out. Of course, I had been waiting on that for the longest, because we had a hiatus with that. So when that came out, I was really excited. And of course, my son plays college ball, so he's on the game. And so that was the first thing I want to do. Hey, let me go see what they got my son ranked at, right? You know what I mean? So, so that's fun. Play a little Call of Duty, and then some fighting games down there. There's a game called For Honor where kind of we be swinging sticks and swords and stuff. So, but yeah, man, I'm a chill guy. You know what I mean? I'm competitive though, so every time I get on the football field, whatever it is, if we're competing, I want to win, right? And so just trying to take that mindset, that mind frame, and instill it into the kids, right? I want you to win at everything that you do. When you're in the weight room, okay, win in the weight room. When you're in the classroom, win in the classroom. When you're on the football field, you win one rep at a time. And those little wins that those small victories turn to big victories, right? So you win first down, boom. You win second down, boom. You win third down, boom. All right, and then eventually the battle of attrition, that turns into a W on the scoreboard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, don't forget to tell them former UGA dog right here, man. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to say former because once a dog, always a dog.
Once
right?
a dog, always a dog, true enough.
And we got Alabama coming up in a couple of weeks. And hey, go Dogs forever, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's been a great interview,
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you for having me.
Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's part of it. You know what I mean? Why can't we get our parents to act like this?
Whatever. They just look like a regular old high school team to me. I'm like, bro, why would you say that?
Because when they see y'all again, bulletin board material.
I'm telling you.